Hi guys, let's get more news about Warriors. But first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriorstrade Golden State Warriors are once again at the center of the NBA universe. And this time, it isn't because of a buzzer beater or a blockbuster trade that fans can see on the court. This is something far more intense, far more secretive, and far more shocking. Behind closed doors, inside the Warriors front office, major conversations are happening right now that could completely change the direction of this franchise. Multiple league insiders have confirmed that Golden State has been holding high-level internal meetings over the last several days, and what's being discussed has already sent ripples through the NBA. Their Warriors are not standing still. They are not waiting. They are actively preparing for something big, and the league is starting to notice. Stephen Curry remains the face of this franchise, and at 37 years old, he is still playing at an elite level, but the Warriors know the clock is ticking. They know this championship window will not stay open forever. That reality is driving everything happening right now behind closed doors. Sources close to the organization say the front office is aggressively evaluating every single player on the roster, from young prospects to veterans, and nobody is considered untouchable except for Curry himself. This is not a rebuilding conversation. This is a win-now conversation, and it has created tension, urgency and pressure inside the building. What makes this situation so shocking is how quiet it has been. Usually when the Warriors are exploring moves, rumors leak quickly. This time, however, the organization has gone into full lockdown mode. Phones are off. Meetings are private. Even some players have no idea what is being discussed upstairs. But one thing is clear. Golden State believes something is missing. Despite their talent, despite their championship experience, the front office does not feel the current roster is enough to guarantee another title run. Jonathan Kuminga's name continues to come up in these internal discussions. Their Warriors love his athleticism, his scoring ability, and his upside, but there is also growing concern about his fit next to Curry, Draymond Green, and the rest of the core. Kuminga wants a bigger role. He wants more touches. He wants to be a star. But the Warriors are built around ball movement, spacing, and Curry's gravity. That tension has not gone away. And insiders believe it is one of the biggest topics being debated behind closed doors. The front office must decide whether Kuminga is a future cornerstone or a valuable trade chip that could bring in the missing piece for a championship run. Klay Thompson's situation is also quietly being evaluated. Klay is a Warriors legend. 4 championships, countless big shots, a permanent place in franchise history. But this is the NBA, and emotions do not run the front office. Their Warriors are asking themselves a difficult question. Can Klay still be trusted as a consistent number 2 option on a title team? His shooting remains elite, but his defense and mobility are not what they once were. The organization is wrestling with how to balance loyalty with reality, and those conversations are not easy. Draymond Green, meanwhile, remains the heartbeat of this team, but his future is also part of these behind-the-scenes talks. His leadership is priceless. His defense is still elite, but his age, his contract, and his volatility all factor into the long-term vision. Their Warriors are trying to figure out how to maximize what is left of this championship core without letting the roster become outdated or vulnerable. One of the most surprising developments is how aggressive Golden State is being on the trade market. Multiple league sources say the Warriors have already made exploratory calls to several teams about high-level players. These are not role players. These are stars, players who could instantly change the identity of this team. The front office is looking for another elite scorer. Someone who can take pressure off Curry in the playoffs. Someone who defenses must fear. That is the missing piece they believe they need, and they are willing to get uncomfortable to find it. What makes this situation even more intense is how close the Warriors believe they are. They are not a lottery team. They are not a team in chaos. They are a team that still wins games, still has one of the best players in basketball, and still draws fear from opponents. That is exactly why these behind closed doors moves are happening now. The front office sees a path to another championship, but they know they cannot stand still while other teams in the West get better. Denver is still powerful. Oklahoma City is rising. Minnesota is dangerous. Phoenix has stars. The West is brutal. Golden State understands that if they don't make a bold move, they risk being passed by. That urgency is fueling everything. Inside the locker room, players can feel it. There is an unspoken tension. Guys are playing hard, but they also know trades could happen at any moment. When front offices start having closed doctor meetings, it changes the energy of a team. Every missed shot, every defensive mistake, every slump suddenly feels heavier. Players know they are being evaluated not just as basketball players, but as assets. Stephen Curry, as always, is handling it with calm professionalism. He has seen this before. He understands the business side of basketball, but he also wants to win. Curry has made it clear that he does not want to waste what remains of his prime. He trusts the front office, but he also expects them to give him a roster capable of competing at the highest level. That is why these shocking developments matter so much. This isn't about a small tweak. This is about a franchise deciding how it wants to be remembered in the final chapter of the Curry era. Will they go all in and chase one more title? Or will they try to protect the future and risk wasting the present? Their Warriors have always been bold. They traded for Kevin Durant. They let stars walk when necessary. They took risks. And now they are once again standing at a crossroads. The meetings happening right now could lead to a blockbuster trade, a surprise signing, or a dramatic roster shake-up that nobody sees coming. Fans are already speculating. Social media is buzzing. Every rumor feels bigger. Every name feels possible. But the truth is only a handful of people inside the Warriors organization truly know what is being planned. And that is what makes this moment so exciting and so dangerous at the same time. Golden State is playing chess while the rest of the league plays checkers. They are thinking 3 moves ahead. They are trying to build a team that can survive the regular season and dominate in the playoffs. They know that Curry's greatness deserves one more real shot at a ring. Whatever happens next, one thing is certain. Their Warriors are not done. Not even close. The quiet behind closed doors meetings, the trade calls, the roster evaluations, the internal debates, all point to one massive truth. Change is coming. Whether that change arrives in the form of a shocking trade, a surprising benching, or a blockbuster acquisition, the Golden State Warriors are preparing to make a move that will shake the NBA. And when it finally becomes public, the entire league is going to be watching. So, keep your eyes on Golden State. Keep your notifications on, because what's being planned right now in those closed door meetings might just be the next great chapter in Warriors history. And when